Hello. How I broke through creative blocks to make this song, and more importantly, how you can break through your creative blocks and make whatever you want out of your own life and from your own life and in your own life. Okay, look, I was creatively blocked beyond blockage. I was stuck living in a calcified cage of my own nightmares, mush. It was horrible, but the curse became the cure. Here is the point with creativity. You have the ability to take whatever is hurting you and turn it into what heals. The medicine is in really the hurty stuff. Right? The block can become the medicine for you. So the Green Man system, right? Green Man system sprung from and also is directly responsible for myself freeing up creatively and doing stuff like making a song which is linked below. I'm not going to cut it in and all of that because I just want to record these videos live for you, like just you and I. Yeah, I just don't want to. I just don't want to edit it all in. So click the link below and all of that. But here is the key point. Here is the key point. If you want to become a prolific creator, if you want to return to that prolifically creative state that you were as a child, then you need to realise this one thing. You are your greatest creative project. Right? That is the nub of this episode there. You are your greatest creative project. Now, the reason why so many lads now have come through the Green Man system, most notably the Creative Warrior program, and actually completed projects, I actually finished astonishing creative projects in just 8 weeks. Yeah, just 8 weeks. It's not because of some perfect productivity hack. No, it is because it focuses on who they are. Who they are, not just what they do. The real art is in who you are. Okay, and we're going to get into that a little bit today as I organise my assistant Gizmo down here with the framework so we don't get lost. But listen, subtitle, like, ready? The Green Man system, 3 core tools that unlock creativity, that unlock my creativity, enabling me to write songs like below and put them out and keep putting them out. That enabled people like Adam to go from procrastination to completing projects and putting them out, right? You have this ability. So the Green Man system has 3 core components, yeah? 3 core principles. The Green Man glyph, which is a map of 8 archetypes. Archetypes offer authorship. They're like symbols that show up a lot in stories, myths, and including the story of yourself. Yeah? So, don't know if you can see it. Over here, that's the Green Man glyph. There's an archetype on each point there. We get into that. The imaginal model maps how your imagination can work in a extremely meaning rich and lived manner, so you can harness it instead of being stuck by it in fear of failure, self-doubt, and so forth. Third, archetypal journeying, which is a method of walking in your imaginal realm, your imagination, and it enables you to recode your subconscious and receive essentially unlimited inspiration. Yeah, you are the problem and you are the solution because you created the problem. You are the creator. Create or be created is the spirit of this endeavour. So where did this down here, link down here, song come from? The truth is, I don't know. I mean, where do dreams come from? when you have them, and where do they go when you forget them? Not sure. That's why the imaginal model is important. We've got everyday world, imaginal world, and unknown world. Right? When you walk in your imagination, it's like an intermediary world where you receive symbols, inspirations, urges, pictures, sounds that spring from an unknown source. There's many names for that unknown source. What's your favourite name for that unknown source? Yeah. So who knows where the song came from? Because creativity is not really, let's be honest, a strictly rational, clean, logical process. It's about receiving. But you have to get active in your game of reception. You've got to step into something and receive the flow of things. You've got to open up. And that's what those three components are really all about. Green Man Glyph, Imaginal Model, and the archetypal journeying method. It's enabling you, scratch your chin, to open up and actively engage in the game of receiving the inspirations that naturally course through you. Right? This is a bit mystical territory, right? But if you're not walking in the imaginal realm, if you're not engaged in actively using your imagination, it will be used against you. Right? And you're shutting yourself off from creative breakthroughs. This is your natural human state we are talking about here. And it is your natural human creative state, your ability as a creative human being, human, you light bearer. It is that ability which will empower you to remove the creative blocks that you created in the first place. Yeah, it's a funny old game, isn't it? So the power of the imaginal realm. What's that? Well, let me skid in, yeah? I've got to skid in. Well, you are the creator. Cannot bang it home enough. You have the ability to walk in the imaginal realm. So when you imagine something, right, and choose to imagine, right, not just imagine against yourself, but choose to engage in imagination as a place, use your senses. You're in a place right now watching this, maybe on your toilet, maybe on your sofa, maybe on the bus, who knows, but you're in a place, man, you can feel yourself sat there, right? You can feel your bum on the chair. You can catch whispers of sounds, you can smell. So use your imagination like that. The key is through engaging your senses in your imagination. That's how you begin to live a life saturated with imagination. So your life becomes rich in imagination. It becomes layered with the everyday world because there was a split at some point that occurred. Well, let's undo that split. And you undo that split, you kind of build a bridge again by engaging your senses when you imagine. So choose to imagine your greatness. Choose to imagine how well something could go if you choose to do it. Why not? Why not? Why not? But don't just think about it, right? What does it feel like? What's it like to hold? What's it like to smell? What's it like to taste? Yeah? This will liven things up because your imagination is a place. It's a place. It's not just a random series of thoughts that kind of, oh God, you just can't bear to be engaged with. No, it's alive and it's rich. It is rich. You are rich. You are rich with imagination. It's one of the great tricks that we're all living under, right? These great spells cast upon us. Vanquish it, rid that through the power of your innate imaginative capabilities. This is the imaginal realm. Yeah, it's happening live all the time. The only difference between creating something and staying stuck is how much you trust your ability to translate inspiration into action, to see it through. You got ideas, eh? You got desires, you got things you want to do. Yeah? Trust. Yeah? Trust is having faith that you will do them. So how do you develop trust in yourself? It's by doing the thing. It's by actively doing the thing, not thinking about it. Not thinking about it. All those people who you imagine are telling you, like, are going to say bad things about what you're doing and that, right, or judge you, point at you. They may do, they might not. But you build trust in yourself by doing the thing, by receiving the inspiration, whether inspired by another piece of art, whether inspired by a video, whether inspired by a dream you had, or whether just a flash of imagination comes to you while you're walking your little pug dog in the park, right? And you're picking up his poo and you get whoa, got an idea. Yeah. The trust in yourself to see that idea through comes only by doing the idea, right? And walking the path itself. You have to walk in it. That makes sense, right? So look, man, okay, back to the song down there. Yeah, how I was stuck before with the Dumbledore program in my head, because we got Green Man, we got Dumbledore. I was stuck in them Dumbledore prisons, man. Yeah, but you are the prisoner, you are the jailer, and the prison itself. It's balmy, it's weird, it's paradoxical, but it's beautiful. And it's your creative abilities that will free you from what you created for yourself. Yeah, I'm going to hammer home some similar points here, but before the Green Man system developed and emerged from various sources and my own sources of inspiration from Imaginal Realm, I was blocked in self-doubt, man. I was blocked in overthinking. I was caught in constant creative hesitation, like starting but never really finishing. Yeah? I was beginning, but never really getting going and just keep going. Right? I wasn't finishing songs. I wasn't releasing music. The creative doors would open a little bit, but then slam shut. I was slamming them shut here, right? Because I wasn't working on who I was. Yeah, you got to work on who you are. Who are you? And it's the archetypes that offer you authorship to work on who you are at a really, really deep level, to reveal who you are, man. To reveal who you are. It's the same struggle that so many others face, that you might probably be facing, that lads that I work with in the men's group are facing, that ladies I've worked with one-to-one have been facing. It's what so many people are facing. All right, it's not a lack of talent, is it? No, you might believe it is, but that belief you're choosing to nourish is only a thought that you've thought a lot, right? It's not a lack of creativity. It's a lack of creative freedom. It's a lack of you allowing yourself to get into momentum creating. That's what it is. So what is the shift? Well, the gates are open. Yeah, the gates are open. The Green Man system, comprising the Green Man glyph of archetypes, the imaginal model, which is a way of framing your imagination as a place of adventure, and archetypal journey, which is the method of walking in that imagination. Yeah, they didn't give me a songwriting method to do that song. Out now, right? Didn't give me a songwriting method, right? It wasn't really about the techniques and tactics. It gave me back my ability to create openly and to see things through to completion. Yeah? So now I am tapped into the imaginal. I am, through the imaginal, tapped into the source. And I am not unique in this by any means. This is the natural human state. Yeah. The music is just coming through. Some people might like it. Most do not care. And some hate it. Cool. Gonna keep going. Yeah. And like I say, it's not just me. Adam, Harry, Doug, Danny, to name some, have finished creative projects because they worked on who they are. All right, they worked primarily on who they are, and everything else follows. The what you do comes from who you are, right? Come on. So what this means for you, actionable insights, because remember, this has the danger, the risk of getting very woo-woo, right? This has the danger, the risk of being intangible information that you might go, oh, right, yeah. But what are you going to do with it? Even when we venture into the imaginal realm and speak with the king directly, like today, there was in the men's group, there was like very psychedelic like experiences, free of any kind of substances or whatever, right? Just through engaging in this work. But it always comes down to what are you going to do with it? You have to get your boots on the ground and walk. Boots on the ground, boots on the ground, bro. And walk. Yeah, you have to walk the path, not just think about the path. So, here's the main actionable insight for you today, right? So you can, if you want to make songs and finish them, you can do that. If you want to make businesses and see them through and get them up and running, you can do it. If you want to paint paintings, you can do it. You know you can. Right? You can. Think like that. I can. Yeah? And herein lies the point. Your imagination is either working for you or against you. It's either working for you or against you. If you're blocked, it's not because you're not creative. It's because your inner world is clagged and clogged up with can't. I can't. That resistance. But if you can learn to create with that block, with that dumble down, and get it into movement, into momentum, and do that thing, yeah, do that thing in unison with your imagination, well, those blocks will clear. Yeah, you've got to walk the path, not just dream about it, not just think about it, but walk it. So, to round up, use your imagination to your benefit, yeah, and do things. Simple, right? Begin small, right? Imagine drawing a doodle every day for a week, and do that doodle every day for a week. The thing doesn't really matter. The thing is a prompt for you to get going. Cool. Any questions, any thoughts, please comment below. Yeah. Got a carrot mic today. It's a little game I'm playing, trying to get a different mic each time. Got a carrot and a spoon today. If you want a free clearing the path exercise, a free exercise that can get you clearing these blocks using the power of your imagination, completely free, please click the link below, drop a comment, right? And you know, if you fancy it, why not bang the new single out? Much love to you. You are the creator. Create or be created. Get going.